Welcome to the No Views News. This program was created on Friday, September 10th, at 3:26 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, by Zeno Reader. There are 714 headlines from 106 feeds we check to build this automated report. Welcome to No Views, daily automated podcast news. The headlines in this super unknown daily news summary do not imply fact-checking or endorsement of ideas. The first headlines are from the current most popular news site, Yahoo News, with 175 million estimated monthly unique visitors. The mood-boosting power of flower essence therapy. Busy bees removed from Times Square signpost. Karl Anthony Towns defends Jordan Woods amidst weight loss backlash. This is all natural. Taliban celebrate beheading of police officer in grisly video. Racially profiled while apple picking, farm calls police on Massachusetts family. Afghan Special Forces commando held after armed police raid Manchester quarantine hotel. Pain never ebbs for family of Betty Ong, flight attendant who made first 9/11 alert. Arizona sells Unilever bonds over Ben & Jerry's Israel move. Biden wanders out of place while First Lady speaks at D.C. Middle School. I took a 52-hour train ride from Chicago to California. Here are 10 of the best parts of the trip. The next headlines are from the second most popular news website at this time, with 150 million unique monthly visitors, Google News. It's a brawl in Beantown, as progressive allies clash in the Boston mayor's race, the New York Times. Google reportedly shortchanged temps around the globe, potentially costing them $100 million in wages, Gizmodo. Big 12 to BYU, Cincinnati, Houston and UCF after they formally accept invitations to join conference, CBS Sports. Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez make their red carpet debut in Venice, HuffPost. The Buccaneers vs. Cowboys game was the most viewed NFL opener since 2015, CNBC. Unsolved murder shootings yield misconduct claim, conflicting accounts and questions, NBC News. Apple shares fall after new ruling in Epic Games fight, Fox Business. Unvaccinated people were 11 times more likely to die of COVID-19, CDC report finds, The Washington Post. What to expect at the September 14th Apple event, iPhone 13, Apple Watch Series 7, and more, Mac rumors. 2 of 6 Palestinian prison escapees recaptured, Israel, BBC News. The following headlines are from the third most popular news website, with 110 million unique monthly visitors, The Huffington Post. Biden's efforts to shame DeSantis into helping vaccine push appear to have failed. Olivia Munn feeling really good about having a baby with John Mulaney. Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez make their red carpet debut in Venice. The Ground Zero Mosque, a right-wing fever dream that never was. Woman who admitted to Slender Man attack to be freed Monday. Trevor Bauer won't return to Dodgers this season after sexual assault allegation. U.S. soccer president asks men, women to equalize FIFA money. Prince Andrew served papers for lawsuit alleging underage sexual assault. Great White is missing unusual amount of teeth. Anyone know a good dentist? Taking a bit out of Apple, federal judge loosens Apple's grip on App Store. The next headlines are from the fourth most popular news website, with 95 million estimated unique monthly visitors, CNN. Historic paintings get serious TLC. Dolphins to host Don Shula celebration of life. Sheriff, 1-year-old girl found dead in vehicle. LMPD, 14-year-old boy charged with murder. Committee approves purchase of drone. County asks for restraining order against cafe. Police relations among issues raised at forum. Chicago USPS mail carrier safety concerns prompts changes. Man accused of shooting girlfriend's pit bull mix. Person struck by train in NJ, delays reported. The next headlines are from the fifth most popular news website at this time, with 70 million estimated unique monthly visitors, The New York Times. Business updates, S&P 500 drops again, its worst stretch since February. California recall, GOP candidates' hopes may rest with Democrats. Extreme weather updates, Hurricane Larry heads for Newfoundland. Biden uses array of legal tools to mandate vaccines, testing limits of his power. Which victims of 9/11 get remembered? Agencies that required vaccines before Biden's push see early success. U.S. forces were training Guinean soldiers who took off to stage a coup. The unvaccinated are 11 times more likely to die if infected, CDC says. Have at it, Biden says to GOP who have threatened vaccine mandate challenges. Trevor Bauer's season ends with extension of his leave. The following headlines are from the 6th most popular news website, with an estimated 65 million monthly unique visitors, Fox News. Afghanistan war veteran gets emotional recalling 9/11, America is damn lucky for heroic service members. XDHS Chief Chad Wolf recalls his 9/11 experience, says threat to homeland has evolved. Rascal Flatts guitarist, Joe Don Rooney, arrested for DUI near Nashville. Trump slams rushed Afghanistan withdrawal, blames incompetent Biden. Psaki says business vaccine requirement a means of mandating vaccination through certain pathways. Prince Andrew served papers for Virginia Roberts Giuffre's sex assault lawsuit, her lawyers say in court docs. Texas congressman push Governor Abbott to defy Biden vaccine mandates. Arizona Republicans call for answers over report that HHS cannot reach 1 in 3 migrant kids. Kabul Red Cross aiding victims of war is determined to remain open. Please do not forget Afghanistan. New Jersey college students ID'd as bodies recovered from Ida's floodwaters. You are hearing today's top news headlines and more. Today is Friday, September 10th. The next headlines are from the 7th most popular news website, with 63 million estimated monthly unique visitors, CBS News. Fourth stimulus check, is another relief payment coming in 2021? Federal vaccine mandate, how could the new COVID rules affect you? Browns Chiefs preview, AFC playoff contenders square off in Week 1. Fantasy football start or sit Week 1, Raheem Mostert big opportunity against Detroit Lions. NFL Week 1 NFC North picks, I don't really bet against Aaron Rodgers, says CBS Minnesota's Norman Seawright. Miami hospital nurse posts disturbing photos, captions of NICU baby on social media. The morning of 9/11, fears of a second wave of attacks. Air Force Navy highlights Week 2 slate of matchups on CBS Sports Network. The next headlines are from the 8th most popular news website, with an estimated 53 million monthly unique visitors, Mail Online, the Daily Mail. Boris Johnson leads British tributes to 9/11 victims 20 years on. India Hicks, 54, marries her partner of 26 years David Flinkwood. Emma Raducanu's coaching trade-off in court of British tennis royalty. Eden Confidential, Ollie Birkbeck splits with his wife Laura Trenchard. Cristiano Ronaldo will receive heroes welcome at Old Trafford, but rape allegations hang over him. Venice Film Festival 2021, Jennifer Lopez sizzles in low-cut white gown. Amanda Plattle, Selfish and McPartland's car crash life, and why he always gets away with it. Sir Anthony Sher, 72, diagnosed with terminal illnesses. Greg Doran quits theater job to care for him. Britt Ekland says Bond should remain footloose and baby-free. How were 2 royals seduced by this rogue? The following headlines are from the 9th most popular news website, with an estimated 47 million monthly unique visitors, The Washington Post. This is the Washington Post World News Feed. Lebanon gets a new government after 13 months of collapse. The world 9/11 created, the waning of the American superpower. Here's how Biden's new vaccine mandate compares with other nations' immunization rules. They risk their lives on the COVID front line. Now France has made 12,000 of them citizens. Netflix released the trailer for Diana, the musical, some aren't sure the world needs it. Pope Francis heads to Hungary, where he will encounter his political opposite. Russia begins major military drills with Belarus after moves toward closer integration. Singapore looks to ease coronavirus restrictions on migrant laborers after confining them for over a year. The World 9/11 created. Xenophobia, vulnerability and disillusionment. Readers share how 9/11 changed their worldviews. The next headlines are from the 10th most popular news website, which has an estimated 42 million monthly unique visitors. The Guardian. This is The Guardian's US news feed. COVID hive. Case rates rise in 92% of UK's local areas. Greece introduces fines for issuing fake vaccination certificates. Daniil Medvedev beats Flixogger Aliassime in US Open semi-final. Live. Biden tells Republicans threatening to sue over vaccine mandate. Have at it. Live. 2 killed as tornado rips through Italian island of Pantelleria. States across American West see hottest summer on record as climate crisis rages. Apple, what is Fortnite feud about and what does App Store ruling mean? Russian minister complains to U.S. about role of digital giants in election. Judge in Fortnite case loosens Apple's control over App Store. Israel catches 2 of 6 Palestinian militants who escaped from jail. France's former health minister charged over handling of COVID crisis. The following headlines are from the 12th most popular news website, with an estimated 36 million monthly unique visitors. ABC News. Appeals court reinstates governor's ban on school mask mandates. Judge loosens Apple's grip on App Store in epic decision. Biden's new tougher tone on vaccine mandates triggers GOP backlash. Bauer won't pitch again this season, leave extended by MLB. This school district will offer $100 to vaccinated students. NYC subway breakdown blamed on power off button being hit. Farm calls police on black couple it believed stole 6 apples. 1-year-old girl dies after spending all day in hot car. The next headlines are from the 13th most popular news website, with an estimated 35 million monthly unique visitors. The BBC News. Lebanon gets new government amid deepening crisis. 2 of 6 Palestinian prison escapees recaptured. Israel. Hans Busen, France ex-health minister under investigation. Afghanistan, UN condemns Taliban's brutal crackdown on protests. Alpha Conde, Guinea's ousted president in good health, Ikaus says. Canadian team Leila Fernandez fights for glory. Why don't we? U.S. boy band accuse manager of mental and financial abuse. Hong Kong Tiananmen vigil organizers charged under national security law. MH17, one father's testimony marked by despair and a rucksack. COP26, poorest countries fear not reaching UK for climate summit. The following headlines are from the 14th most popular news website, with an estimated 34 million monthly unique visitors. USA Today. Natalie Morales taps into squashed Cuban roots for language lessons. Double trauma, back to in-person learning, students confront school shootings once again. GOP governors vow to fight Biden's vaccine mandate. FDA weighs in on vaccines for kids. COVID updates. DeSantis vows to fight Biden vaccine requirements. On TIFF red carpet, Danny Pino reflects on 9/11 anniversary. Mask it or casket, Georgia College faculty, frustrated by lack of COVID-19 mandates, take a stand. AP top story September 10th p. Texas baby becomes 20th child to die in a hot car this year. Florida CEO hopeful after vaccine mandate. Gunman's deadly attack on Florida family was planned like a military operation, sheriff says. The next headlines are from the 15th most popular news website, with an estimated 35.5 million monthly unique visitors, the LA Times. I mailed in my ballot. How can I tell if it's been counted? Gimme shelter. How recall candidates say they fix California housing problems. Election watchers snap photos of workers, challenge voter signatures as recall nears. Child under age 5 dies of COVID-19 in Orange County. Lightning starts new fires in California, while Dixie Fire nears 1 million acres. 4 students arrested at Santa Clarita's Heart High after one allegedly brought gun to school. Deputy cliques in LA County Sheriff's Department likely growing, study finds. Anaheim man said he was a victim when his friend was shot, police believe he's the killer. Lightning, fire, flash floods, California gripped by extreme weather. Larry Elder dominates GOP field to replace Newsom in recall, poll finds. We hope you are enjoying this news podcast. Today is Friday, September 10th, 2021. You just heard from the top 15 most popular news websites in the world. More, from other news sources, is up next. Next, Reddit World News. Reddit is a user collective which claims over 430 million active users per month, and these are the top voted stories today. Times investigation, in U.S. drone strike, evidence suggests no ISIS bomb. More than 100 headstones smashed at Jewish cemetery in Argentina. The world's most influential conservation Congress passed resolutions Friday calling for 80% of the Amazon and 30% of Earth's surface, land and sea, to be designated protected areas to halt and reverse the loss of wildlife. New Lebanese PM, will work with any country, except Israel, of course. Prince Andrew served with paperwork in sexual assault lawsuit. Super Typhoon Chanthu could impact the global automobile delivery and cause months of delays as destructive landfall and impact on Taiwan are expected on Sunday. Chanthu is now the second strongest Earth storm of 2021 with 180 miles per hour winds and 910 millibars. Revealed, Google illegally underpaid thousands of workers across dozens of countries. Unvaccinated people were 11 times more likely to die of COVID-19, CDC report finds. Apple dealt major blow in Epic Games trial. Cuba begins vaccinating children as young as 2 for COVID-19. France bans unvaccinated American travelers. Canada urged to stop fueling war in Yemen with Saudi arms sales, UN report says. The northernmost island in the world was just discovered by accident. Uber ordered to pay taxi drivers damages in France. Afghanistan's embassy in India refuses to pledge allegiance to Taliban's government in Kabul. The next headlines are from Forbes. I remember feeling sick to my stomach, MSNBC anchor Alex Witt, on reporting the events of 9/11. Lanzone leaves Tinder to run Yahoo. Direct-to-consumer brands drive shopping center boom. Appeals court reinstates Governor DeSantis' ban on mask mandates in Florida schools. Matrix, Resurrections can help John Wick 4 feet soar to new box office heights. This Napa Valley winery will help you create your own blend, over Zoom. Leila Fernandez's father won't attend the U.S. Open final because he's extremely superstitious. Nation short on supply of key COVID treatment, desperate states told to reduce requests. Twitch sues users who it alleges conducted hate raids. Unvaccinated 11 times more likely to die of COVID, CDC says. The next headlines are from Nature.com. 5 books from the Alniv Crater Traveling Library. How COVID is derailing the fight against HIV, TB and malaria. Trove of CRISPR-like gene-cutting enzymes found in microbes. Pivotal climate summit dogged by COVID and equity concerns. COVID in kids and fossil fuel limits, the week in infographics. China prepares to test thorium-fueled nuclear reactor. Hurricane Ida forces Louisiana researchers to rethink their future. COVID advances win $3 million breakthrough prizes. Flowing crystals for quick camouflage. Face masks for COVID pass their largest test yet. The world population update. Currently, we are increasing by over 220,000 people a day, expecting to reach 8 billion in 2023. At the time this report was generated, the population was estimated to be 7,730,653,677 humans. Worldometers.info says there are 195 countries at this time, and, of those, the top 10 with the largest populations are, in order, China, India, the United States, Indonesia, Pakistan, Brazil, Nigeria, Bangladesh, Russia, and then Mexico. The next headlines are from Variety. Mark Duplass talks language lessons, a pandemic movie for people sick of pandemic movies. Crouching Tiger stars Zhang Ziyi to make directorial debut with patriotic Chinese blockbuster. TV ratings. NBC's NFL kickoff game delivers TV's biggest audience since Super Bowl. Benedict Cumberbatch says Doctor Strange 2 Feet will challenge Spider-Man, No Way Home as most ambitious superhero film. Disney releasing Eternals, Encanto exclusively in theaters. Music industry moves, Sound Exchange elevates Tim Dadson to general counsel. In The Good House, Sigourney Weaver walks into an intervention exclusive. Card counter composer Robert Levon followed father's footsteps in working with Paul Schrader. Liz Garbus on her Toronto dock becoming Cousteau. Guild of Music Supervisors and Mondo New York City reveal lineup for October seminar event. The following headlines are from NPR, National Public Radio. Unvaccinated people are 11 times more likely to die of COVID-19, new research finds. Coronavirus FAQs, a vaccinated person's guide to COVID exposure and elevator etiquette. Taco Bell wants your old sauce packets so they can be recycled. Florida's on-again, off-again ban on school mask mandates is back in force. Senators want an investigation of how Amazon treats its pregnant workers. Minorities and women in the Air Force face harassment and bias, a study finds. California could soon require free menstrual products in public schools. The number of people accused of stealing IDs of Surfside victims has now grown to 4. 18 called for masks in school after his grandma died of COVID. Adults mocked him. A judge rules Apple must make it easier to shop outside the App Store. The following headlines are from The Week. Lawyer for parents who challenged Florida mask mandate ban not surprised by court's reinstatement. Books, churches, what will Canadians burn next? Kristen Stewart suggests Princess Diana signed off on her Spencer performance, citing spooky, spiritual feelings. Trump is reportedly open to endorsing Jair Bolsonaro's re-election, possibly at a mega rally featuring them both. The week's best photojournalism. Alanis Morissette reportedly makes statutory rape allegations in new documentary, They're All Pedophiles. Congresswoman Eleanor Holmes Norton clarifies that she did not release multiple zebras into D.C. suburbs. Do Republicans have an alternative to vaccine mandates? Apple must change App Store rules in a victory for the makers of Fortnite. Texas abortion ban is highlighting the linguistic divide between Democrats young and old. The following headlines are from the Texas Observer. On the Porch celebrates Terlingua and its residents. You see people with mushrooms growing out of their carpets, tenants with mold in their homes have little recourse. The next headlines are from Universe Today. There should be more material left over from bombardment eras, maybe the sun blew it all away? Astronomers create 3D printed nebulae. Perseverance drills another hole, and this time a sample is intact. White dwarfs can continue burning hydrogen, even after they're dead. Protoplanetary disks throw out more material than gets turned into planets. Space continues to be hard. Firefly's Alpha rocket detonates shortly after launch. These are the news headlines for today, Friday, September 10th. This podcast is produced only in English at this time. As of 2020, the Ethnologue reference lists 7,117 different human languages, with English being the third most common, after Mandarin Chinese and Spanish. The following headlines are from earthsky.org. A new coral reef atlas you can explore. Here are the 2022 Breakthrough Prize winners. Fomalhaut, the loneliest star, near Jupiter and Saturn in 2021. The next news is from Politico. For European Union, Afghanistan is now a four-letter word. Apple wins round 1. Round 2 will come from Washington. Prosecutors, January 6 defendants should expect jail time. Appeals court reinstates Florida ban on school mask mandates, delivering win to DeSantis. New CDC studies show waning vaccine effectiveness against hospitalization in elderly. Democrats plot shutdown prevention patch into December. Giuliani associate pleads guilty in foreign donation scheme. It's about time, Biden puts the screws on the unvaccinated. Biden to vaccine mandate legal challengers, have at it. Recall poll shows Newsom in strong position to survive. The next headlines are from the Sydney Morning Herald in Australia. Australia COVID live updates, Delta takes its toll on the economy as governments look to future. Prince Andrew served with legal papers for sex abuse suit, court filing shows. Self-appointed guardians of acceptability are quick to press cancel on new human rights chief. Sydney in real danger of a once-in-a-century setback. No jab, no play for theatre performers. Australia's affair with Loverboy Drake hits new climax. Why eco-anxiety is stopping people from having children. Why artist Gabrielle Penfold is living her childhood pajama dreams. Neil drama not the Brownlow medalist's finest moment. Matthew Guy 2.0, can a leopard change his spots? The next headlines are from MarketWatch. Virgin Galactic cites potentially faulty part as it postpones its next space flight. MarketWatch first take, ruling an epic Apple case could hit core of App Store, but Apple escapes monopolist label. Amazon is the front runner to acquire NFL Sunday ticket package, report. The moneyest, my wife is a compulsive spender and makes 65% of my salary. She wants me to pay her student loans. Should I agree? Newswatch, risk of hard stock market valuation correction is growing, says Deutsche Bank, here's why. Outside the box, the post-9/11 fight against extremism must take on propagandists' tricks, not just ideology. Market snapshot, U.S. stocks close lower, as Dow, S&P 500 and Nasdaq book weekly losses. Personal Finance Daily, will Joe Biden's vaccine mandate for large companies have legal ramifications and 9/11 change air travel forever? Will COVID-19 do the same? The tell, risk of hard stock market valuation correction is growing, says Deutsche Bank, here's why. Bond report, Treasury yields rise on Friday but end mixed in holiday shortened week. Next, the top stories about patents and inventions. Apple granted 2 patents for self-driving car systems, electronic design. Why including an algorithm is important for software patents, Part 2, Intellectual Property, United States, Mondac News alerts. For President-elect, John C. Warner, Chemical and Engineering News. U.S. District Court holds that AI algorithms cannot be listed as inventors on patents, J.D. Supra. Inflated patent filings of low quality the outcome of China's subsidies, new research finds IM. Reeves Festival is this weekend at Breeding Farm, local news digital. Patent Office in neutral as it awaits Biden's pick to lead it, Bloomberg Law. ARRI launches multiple challenges to the validity of lighting effect patents, news shooter. iPhone 14 notch will be replaced by a true all-screen design, trusted insider says, BGR. Leahy and Tillis ask Patent Office to address soaring drug prices, Vermont piece. The next headlines are from Quartz. Apple's App Store just suffered an epic blow in federal court. Amazon's free U.S. college tuition offer is worth only $5,250 a year. How to take stock of your life. Religious exemptions complicate vaccine mandates. Millions of Nigerians cannot make a phone call because of abduction gangs. The U.S. isn't ready for the new national security risks of clean energy. U.S. hospitals are losing more nurses than ever to lucrative contract work. The hard lessons of September 11th led to the boom in super tall skyscrapers. Don't blame vaccines, rising COVID-19 cases are responsible for variants. U.S. vaccine mandates, class passes come back, bloodthirsty butterflies. The following headlines are from Tech Dirt. Proton Mail turned over French activist's IP address to law enforcement following a request from Swiss authorities. Facebook says it violates the terms of service of their new supervision glasses if you covered and recording ULED. Apple mostly, but not entirely, wins against Epic, no antitrust violation, but must tweak practices to comply with CA law. Daily Deal, the complete 2021 cybersecurity super bundle. Brazilian president bans social media companies from removing disinformation and abuse. Amazon, SpaceX throw hissy fits as they bicker over government contracts, subsidies. Police department caught falsifying evidence logs used in trial of PD employee who was caught falsifying evidence logs. Another mod war, Jagex demands shutdown of HD RuneScape mod, retracts after public backlash. Body cam video shows cop killing a harmless dog within 15 seconds of arriving at the scene. Texas Governor Greg Abbott announces on Twitter the live streaming on Facebook of his signing of a bill that removes First Amendment rights for both. We are now about 1/3 of the way through this daily news headlines podcast, a free service. Here, next, are the top trending keywords in Google web searches for today, a different window on world events. Flight 93. Sydney Sweeney. World Trade Center. Lucifer. 2022 WRX. Ganesh Chaturthi. 9/11 Memorial. Osama bin Laden. Big 12. 9/11. The next headlines are from RT, the first Russian news station in English. U.S. misled me into joining Mujahideen, then tortured me for Al-Qaeda past. Gitmo survivor says U.S. acted like fascists post 9/11. No, you apologize, after getting lectured for comparing COVID mandates to Nazi Gestapo, Jewish Republican fires back at ADL. Apple order to let customers pay outside App Store in big win for Epic Games, but Fortnite maker may have to cough up huge sum. Baseball star accused of choking, repeatedly punching woman in sexual assault allegations will sit out rest of the MLB season. Ex-con former UFC fighter being held on $1.385 million bail over felony domestic violence charge against a woman in Los Angeles. Google promises better water stewardship as its data centers guzzle crucial supplies amid historic droughts. Detroit Lions coach shoots down rumors NFL star DeAndre Swift is subject of a homicide investigation. In setback for Biden's mandate policy, Florida appeals court allows governor to ban obligatory masks in schools. There is no place to hide. Man United boss Solskjaer challenges stars, confirms Ronaldo will make second debut against Newcastle. He looks better than Biden, CBS and Fox ripped for celebrating thinner, more energetic North Korean leader. The next headlines are from Zero Hedge. Red light robberies across America. Climatological peak of hurricane season arrives with 2 potential storms brewing. White House Chief of Staff admits vaccine mandate is a work around the constitutional objections. Bill Gates goes on post-divorce buying spree, acquires controlling interest in Four Seasons hotels. Buchanan, 20 years after 9/11, are we better off? Biden advisor says president will run over GOP governors who resist vaccine mandate. Goldman trader, 10 points on why investors are bearish for the last 2 weeks of September. Snyder, there is no turning back after this. Stocks suffer longest losing streak since February as breadth plummets. Amazon offers free bachelor's degrees as it ramps up hiring push. The following headlines are from Al Jazeera, Middle East News. Families expect U.S. release of FBI report on Saudi role in 9/11. Palestinian teen describes brutal Israeli settler attack. Ex-French health minister charged over COVID handling. ICAO's envoys meet Guinea coup leaders, say Condé in good health. Israeli police say 2 of 6 Palestinian prison escapees caught. Moroccan king appoints Aziz Akhanouch as government head. Inflation watch, U.S. producer prices surge to another record. Lafarge case uncovers French duplicity, hypocrisy, says analyst. Did 9/11 make millennials less wealthy? Former Giuliani associate Igor Fruman guilty in campaign charge. The next headlines are from Breitbart. Pentagon spokes Kirby, don't think there have been any changes to estimated number of Americans in Afghanistan. Goodbye and don't come back, ESPN's Allison Williams slammed for refusing vaccine. U.S. Conference of Mayors adopts resolution in support of K-12 critical race theory. Nolte, CNN LOL changes polling methodology to juice Joe Biden to 52% approval. Joe Biden calls Xi Jinping to reminisce about traveling together. MSNBC guest calls for drone strikes on Americans opposed to vaccine mandates. Over 1,000 9/11 memorials across U.S. honor victims and first responders. Nolte, Joe Biden again undermines vaccine with talk of protecting vaccinated from unvaccinated. CNN poll, 2% think America is doing very well under Joe Biden. Food inflation hits record high, prices up sharply on beef, chicken, pork, turkey, eggs, and fish. The next headlines are from UTC.mp4 News. Woman wins $1.20 after playing same lotto numbers for a year. Overdue book returned to Scottish Library after 14 years. Watch, African serval on the loose in California County. Ig Nobel Prize is awarded for chewing gum research, upside-down rhino. Watch, alligator tries to bite woman's paddleboard at Florida State Park. Watch, police reunite Illinois State Fair visitor with lost dentures. World's longest basketball game tops 120 hours in New York. Look, stowaway gecko takes 4,000-mile trip in traveler's bra. Man collects $100,000 lottery prize after winning $1 twice. Look, wildlife officials rescue badger trapped in Colorado window well. The following headlines are from goodnewsnetwork.org. The New Orleans levees held, passing their first major test since Hurricane Katrina. Curious whale nudges paddleboarder in Argentina in stunning video, watch. Thailand is making COVID-19 protective gear from upcycle bottles. Malawi inventor lights up his whole village basically for free starting with a bicycle and a river. Reforestation of English Midlands turns 30 years old with 9 million trees planted across 200 square miles. Near-complete pterosaur skeleton obtained in police raid reveals stunning details about the species. An epic adventure few have heard of, the Great Loop circles the eastern U.S. on waterways never far from shore. Science-backed tips for maximizing playtime with kids. How meditation can help you make fewer mistakes. You're tuned to No Views, daily automated podcast news. This is a report for Friday, September 10th. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Reddit Offbeat News. Oklahoma governor removes only physicians from medical board. Upside-down rhino research wins Ig Nobel Prize. Epic v Apple judge rules Fortnite's Peely can appear naked in court. Woman blames potion for fire truck thefted. One of oldest penguins in the world, Machika, has died. Malaysian influencer exposed for sexual harassment and assault of over 100 women. Turkish court finds police officers guilty of attempting to overthrow the Erdogan government by uncovering a match-fixing scandal, Nordic Monitor. LA police ask people they stop for their Facebook and Twitter account info. Taco Bell wants you to send back your used sauce packets so it can refill them. The next headlines are from a site called The Next Web. I cannot believe I have to say this, GPT-3 cannot channel dead people. Scientists discover mysterious quantum pressure emanating from a black hole. You can book travel insurance for your next trip to space. Wait, what? The downside to surveilling your neighbors. Enjoy a bubble of cool with this EVA Chill portable air conditioner and power bank, now under $100. Hydrogen Mundi. Hyundai's commercial vehicles will all be hydrogen-powered by 2030. The ultra-cute electric Microlino wants to bring back bubble cars. An Apple Watch with a temperature sensor, slap IT on Emmy, Daddy. A chaotic intro to all this machine learning hoo-ha. iPhone 13 event, what to expect from Apple on September 14th. The following headlines are from Science Daily. Reconfigurable meta surfaces provide nanoscale light control. After 20 years of trying, scientists succeed in doping a 1D chain of cuprates. Young female black bears in Asheville, North Carolina, are big, have cubs early. A recent reversal in the response of Western Greenland's ice caps to climate change. Transforming sewer gas into clean hydrogen fuel. Groundbreaking technique yields important new details on silicon, subatomic particles and possible fifth force. Food science meets cell science in bid to explain inner workings of membrane-free cell compartments. Preventing the long-term effects of traumatic brain injury. How serotonin curbs cocaine addiction. Scientists solve mystery of icy plumes that may foretell deadly supercell storms. This is a reading of news headlines. This broadcast was created on Friday, September 10th from over 100 sources, to give you a bigger picture of the news. The next headlines are from NASA News. NASA awards contract for software licenses, maintenance, support. NASA awards launch services contract for GOES-U mission. NASA's Perseverance rover collects puzzle pieces of Mars history. NASA invites media to next SpaceX commercial crew space station launch. NASA innovations will help U.S. meet sustainable aviation goals. The next headlines are from the Salt Lake Tribune. Police shoot armed and dangerous suspect they were searching for in Farmington. Bagley cartoon, tyranny trolls. Preliminary test results show Fairmont Pond may not have mercury contamination. LDS Church won't help California members avoid vaccine mandates. How much will it cost Bayou to get out of non-conference football games? Maybe less than first thought. Man is killed when a 3-year-old accidentally causes farm equipment to lurch forward. This was an attack on my United States and my religion, Utah Muslims recall the bleak days after 9/11. 21 more Utahns died of COVID-19, the most in a single day in more than 8 months. With Bayou joining the Big 12, what is the future of the Bayou-Utah football game? Born long after 9/11, Bluffdale middle schoolers honor first responders and listen to teachers' memories. The next headlines are from Slashdot, Tech News for Nerds. Apple pays hackers 6 figures to find bugs in its software, then it sits on their findings. Wide-ranging solar winds probe spark sphere in corporate America. Google could be violating labor laws with pay for temp workers. WhatsApp will finally let users encrypt their chat backups in the cloud. Microsoft suggests those divisive Windows 11 system specs deliver a 99.8% crash-free experience. With fertility needs in flux, many freezing their sperm. Judge in Epic suit says Apple restrictions anti-competitive. Why Amazon might become the largest quantum consumer. Uber Eats, DoorDash, Grubhub sue New York City over legislation on commission caps. Scientists aim for clearer messages on global warming. The next headlines are from Fox St. Louis. East St. Louis announces citywide curfew following shooting that left 7 injured. Accident on I-55 northbound ramp from northbound US 67. New movie uses the Missouri Botanical Gardens Garden Glow for redemption. Illinois to become first Midwest state to adopt carbon-free electric grid. Hug a thug mentality, Missouri sheriff takes aim at state's controversial gun rights law. Budweiser changes 9/11 ad that only aired once for 20th anniversary. 2 Missouri lawmakers recall their 9/11 experiences. Governor Parson weighs special session to respond to Biden COVID plan. Most expensive homes for sale in St. Louis. Local restaurants serving up meals from YouTube stars. These are the current headlines from the world's most interesting news websites. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Fox San Diego. San Diego will be first U.S. city with fleet of bird bikes. Where to find 9/11 tributes in San Diego County. California firefighters chase new fires ignited by lightning. Governor Newsom may beat California recall, new poll shows. Aruba fire fully contained after 4 days of burning across 54 acres, Cal Fire. Golden State stimulus, $2 million more payments to be issued next week. School board clears meeting room after multiple mask warnings. Your best picks from Thursday's sudden storm in San Diego. County, state COVID hospitalizations tick downward. The next headlines are from SUP China, top news about China. Biden has a phone call with Xi. Chinese-born professor in Tennessee cleared of all spying charges and rebuked to U.S. Department of Justice. The rise and fall of Shanghai's coffee king. Resurfaced Simu Liu interview spurs nationalist backlash against Zhongqi. Nannies who happen to teach, China cracks down on loopholes in private tutoring ban. China's Red New Deal, a guide to all the different crackdowns on companies going on right now. After online tutoring, why is China cracking down on private schools? 2021 Next China Conference. The State of China Studies in America, Unpacking a National Committee Survey. Idol worship and fan culture in China, explained. This is the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today, in the GMT time zone, is Friday, September 10th, 2021. Now, more headlines. The next headlines are from KRON4 San Francisco. Here's what medical officials are saying about COVID-19 boosters. 3 people found dead inside rural Northern California home. Alleged mastermind still await trial 20 years after 9/11. Missing Dublin woman found in San Jose. List, 9/11 events happening in the Bay Area. Campbell fire extinguished. California fire that burned 142 structures was human-caused. Elizabeth Holmes, villain or heroine, trial hinges on how she is painted in courtroom. UC Berkeley ranks #1 America's Best College of 2021. 9/11 hero, remembering Dior Bodley. The next headlines are from the Daily Herald. Let's roll, Todd Beamer's father on the valiant fight for Flight 93. Titans kicker Sam Ficken hurt, questionable versus Cardinals. Landslide crashes into homes on outskirts of Mexico City. Woman is second to admit role in death of 8 members of a family. Judge encouraged by Barclays practices for Giants opener. Bryant cheered in Wrigley return, Giants win 5th in row. Sometimes, heroes need to be saved, says brother of Air Force pilot called to duty on 9/11. 22 more COVID-19 outbreaks at suburban schools. COVID-19 hospitalizations at highest level since February. Schaumburg man dies after canoe capsizes on Fox Lake. The following headlines are from Seattle PI. Kraken Iceplex grand opening, live music, car show, more happening in Seattle this weekend. Potential vote to recall Seattle City Council member Kshama Sawant will not be on November 2nd ballot. The next alerts are from the Global Disaster Alerting and Coordination System, a cooperative effort from disaster managers worldwide. Orange alert for Tropical Cyclone Olaf 21, population affected by Category 1, 120 km per hour, wind speeds or higher is 0.306 million. Green alert for Tropical Cyclone Larry 21, population affected by Category 1, 120 km per hour, wind speeds or higher is 0.388 million. Red alert for Tropical Cyclone Chengdu 21, population affected by Category 1, 120 km per hour, wind speeds or higher is 5.636 million. Green alert for Tropical Cyclone Constant 21, population affected by Category 1, 120 km per hour, wind speeds or higher is 0. Green earthquake alert, magnitude 5.5 m, depth 10 km, in South Georgia and the South Sandwich Islands October 9, 2021, 1707 UTC, no people within 100 kilometers. Green alert for Tropical Cyclone Mindy 21, population affected by Category 1, 120 km per hour, wind speeds or higher is 0. Green forest fire alert in Australia. Green forest fire alert in Brazil. You are hearing the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today is Friday, September 10th in the Greenwich Mean Time zone. Headlines here were found today in news feeds from around the world, but we do focus on the USA, one of the world's current 195 countries. Now, more news. The next headlines are from Cypher Brief Security News and High-Level Analysis. Wars are not won by evacuations. The next headlines are from ABC Houston. Howitzer is still protecting airports 20 years after the 9/11 terror attacks. Exclusive, Dr. Fauci optimistic kids can start getting vaccinated this fall. She was the hero, NC-based airline agent remembers mid-air call about 9/11 hijacking. Governor Abbott slams Biden administration over sweeping new vaccine mandates. 5 vehicles crash after wrong-way driver ends up on Northeast Houston Road, HPD says. Report, solar could power 40% of U.S. electricity by 2035. Eyewitness to 9/11, Behind the Lens reveals untold stories, rare video of America's darkest day. Grieving mother of Bay City HS student killed in crash demands answers. Homeland Security and FBI warn terrorists could exploit 9/11, NYPD ramps up security. Mexican street vendor builds local tamale empire. The following headlines are from China Post, top news about China, Taiwan and the world. The latest, Mississippi Gov, vaccine orders unconstitutional. Judge weighing Indiana governor suit over emergency law. The latest, UN chief, nations should deliver Taliban message. NFL kickoff game posts highest TV numbers since 2015. Gov vetoes North Carolina bill limiting K-12 racial teaching. Michael Kors returns to NY Fashion Week with urban romance. California's Newsom votes as recall against him nears end. UK leader, 9/11 attackers fail to make world live in fear. Lawyer, court must bar duo from deciding on death row case. The following headlines are from The Gothamist. Extra extra, this is why you don't cast a 27-year-old as a teenager. NY releases data on COVID breakthrough infections, unvaccinated make up 21 times more hospitalizations. De Blasio promises answers after NYPD personal vehicles take over brand new bike lane. MTA power failure caused by someone who accidentally pushed wrong button, report says. De Blasio digs in as city workers raise alarm ahead of Monday's mandate to return to the office. Exhibit explores how rising sea levels threaten NYC and beyond. All vegan, all plantain-based delights at DeKalb Markets Kelluel. Collecting masks and anxieties, NYC parents brace for new school year. Photos, 2021 Armory Show makes a splashy return after pandemic delay. This week's Ask the Mayor with Brian Lehrer, from back to school to back to work. We hope you are enjoying this podcast. If you have a suggestion for a new RSS feed we should add, please leave it in a comment on our YouTube page. The next headlines are from globalissues.org. Human rights abuses intensifying in Eastern Dr. Congo, UNHCR. Taliban response to protests increasingly violent, UN Rights Office warns. The future of the UN, time to think big, urges Guterres. South-South and triangular cooperation to help achieve UN's development goals. Latin America's central banks push climate crisis to the back burner. Global community can still shape new reality in Afghanistan. Protecting education means we protect the future, UN chief. World remains far behind solving biggest global challenges, buzzcare. Hunger spikes in Haiti following deadly earthquake. Caribbean under threat, report reveals enormous challenges for the region. The next headlines are from blacklistednews.com. San Diego declares COVID misinformation a public health crisis. 14 ways official reports agreed with conspiracy theorists on 9/11. Will COVID become Australia's 9/11? DHS labels those questioning COVID shots domestic violent extremists. Revealed, Mercer Street's parent shipping company a front for Israeli intelligence. CNN exclusive repeats Mo's year-old reporting, Ukraine CIA try to snatch Russian veterans. COVID propaganda roundup, the ivermectin war. The woman who leaked secret documents to BuzzFeed News, triggering a massive global investigation, is now in prison. Australia, we will be looking at what contact tracing looks like in the New World Order. Video, Rand Paul calls for 5 years in jail for Fauci lying to Congress. The following headlines are from Snopes, a fact-checking service. How 9/11 heralded 20 years of internet conspiracy theories. Teen Dream, Raducanu, 18, Fernandez, 19, into U.S. Open final. 20 years later, fallout from toxic WTC dust cloud grows. Did National Archives put harmful language alert on U.S. Constitution? White House Competition Council seeks lower consumer prices. Did Ben Franklin leave $2,000 each to Boston and Philadelphia? Is Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade returning with crowds? Queen's London representative says Royals back BLM movement. DoorDash, Grubhub, Uber Eats sue NYC over price caps. The next headlines are from factcheck.org. Social media posts mislead on COVID-19 vaccines, deaths in Afghanistan. CDC, no warning issued for acute flu acid myelitis in 2021. We are now about 2/3 of the way through today's news headlines. When everything is working, this feed will auto-update 3 times per day. Join us daily to stay informed. The next headlines are from the Daily Beast. New York's firefighters know life is fleeting, but family endures. Vaxxed but vulnerable NYC teachers say they face outrageous choice, get back to class or give up job. Prince Andrew was already served papers in Epstein case and just won't accept it, victim says. Maryland judge kills himself moments before arrest for child sex abuse. Jake Tapper slams Biden for scolding unvaccinated Americans. Gannon Stutch was shot in jaw and stabbed 18 times, detective reveals. Who is he? Photographer hunts for his 9/11 guardian angel. D.C. Congresswoman swears she didn't let a pack of zebras loose. That is evil. Mom demands justice in her son's fatal police shooting in Colorado. Ben Affleck talks feminism and consent in Venice. Yes, I do consider myself a feminist. The next headlines are from the New York Post. Denmark ends COVID restrictions after reaching 80% vax rate. Shots fired, Biden advisor vows Joe will run over Goff's opposed to vax mandate. DR exhibit showcases dresses worn by Grace Kelly, Princess Di and more. 30 Rock Mick at rooftop ride, beam lunch recreation photo op. Homesick home, inside the 9/11 terrorists' Florida luxury hideaway. The following headlines are from astronomy.com. Ask Astro I, how did Earth's gravity capture, then lose, a 50-year-old rocket booster? The sky this week. Neptune reaches opposition. Perseverance samples its first 2 rocks. Astro for kids. Why are planets round? The rise and fall of Arecibo Observatory, an oral history. You're tuned to the No Views, daily automated podcast news. If you are hearing this, you found something super unknown. Congratulations. Now back to the headlines. The next science headlines are from CBS News. Researchers who dangled rhinos upside down earn Ig Nobel. White House announces COVID-19 vaccine mandates. Biden announces sweeping new coronavirus vaccine mandates. Los Angeles School Board votes to mandate COVID-19 vaccines for students 12 and older. Scientists discover giant prehistoric swimming head creature. Los Angeles mandates COVID vaccines for eligible students. Oil-soaked birds found near oil spill at refinery in wake of Hurricane Ida. Special report, Biden announces new COVID-19 response plan, including vaccine mandates. Biden targets workers with new COVID vaccine mandate. Biden to announce plan for vaccine mandates to fight COVID-19. The next headlines are from the New York Daily News. Rudy Giuliani claims Biden should stay out of NYC on 9/11 anniversary. He doesn't belong here. 9/11 forged forever friendships between strangers who connected through tragedy. Governor Ron DeSantis wins appeal, Florida's ban on mask mandates remains. Schumer, Adams call for $5 billion from Congress to combat NYC gun violence. Andrew Yang unveils third-party plans after failed NYC mayoral, White House bids. COVID vaccination required for some NYC student extracurriculars, de Blasio. No specific and credible terror threats for NYC on the 20th anniversary of 9/11, officials. Drunk Florida man shoots dog who was protecting woman in domestic dispute, cops. Biden dares GOP to challenge COVID vaccine mandates, this isn't a game. Baseless election fraud suits could cost Sidney Powell's team $200 K plus in Michigan. The following headlines are from military.com. The 9/11 terror attacks are losing recruiting power with today's troops. U.S. gives first public look inside base housing Afghans. Slowing housing, food allowance raises could save the Pentagon billions, congressional report says. Military contractor claims it's not liable in Abu Ghraib case. A generation shaped by 9/11, stories of Americans inspired to serve. Report slams police for not finding dead vet on VA campus. Climate change could make military equipment useless, experts warn. Life just changed, Academy players, ex-coach recall 9/11. Report of gunshot triggered lockdown at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base. Pentagon 9/11 attack survivors grappled with wounds that defined an era of war. The next headlines are from the Chicago Tribune. We're going after gangs, Chicago Police Superintendent David Brown redistributes many community safety team officers. COVID-19 in Chicago area schools, outbreaks and cases by county, updated September 10. Illinois Senate to return Monday to take up energy package with nuclear plant bailout. Here's what else is in it. Body of Schaumburg man recovered from Fox Lake. Aldermen seek proof of vaccine rule for entry to Chicago restaurants, bars, gyms and entertainment venues. Mayor Lightfoot calls for probe into Weatherall. Jim Gardner, under fire over leaked texts, denied city services to critics. Muralist Tim Edders. Judge, Dennis Hastert accuser to be named in court as lawsuit goes to trial. Shootings in near South Side and Pilsen leave 2 dead early Friday. Man charged in shooting death of 1 man, wounding of another in East Garfield Park, police said. The following headlines are from FIS.org. In Guinea-reed Colia cold make carbohydrates, renewable fuel, from CO2. Researchers reconstruct major branches in the tree of language. New research integrates the most effective practices for eye tracking in AR eyewear. Banishing bias across disciplines, genders and experience, new tool for fairer research metrics. Caught in a web, study reveals that immune cells cooperate to trap and kill bacteria. Making and breaking eye contact makes conversation more engaging. Study of voles on Arctic island advances knowledge of small mammal population dynamics. Engineering various sources of loss provides new features for perfect light absorption. Cheaper hydrogen production. Landfills and meat industry, new food sources for the Meads Island's yellow-legged gull. Thank you for listening and for staying informed. This audio was produced today, Friday, September 10th, in the GMT time zone. The next headlines are from Discover magazine. How do archaeologists crack the code of dead languages? Color conundrum, scientists search for the blackest black. The 18 best dog foods for sensitive stomachs. The fragile future of solitary bees. The 10% of your brain myth that just won't die. There's PFAS in our water, how do we get them out? The 5 best fat burners for women, 2021 guide. Best hair growth vitamins, top hair growth products in 2021. 5 best CBD oil for pain and inflammation, 2021 update. Best liver supplements, top liver health detox products 2021. The next headlines are from the Seattle Times. Alaska Senate votes down pandemic bill after amendments. AP fact check, Biden's half-baked goal for cleaner jet fuel. Defending champ Lille loses 2-1 at Lorient in French League. Nationals pitcher Nolan, manager Martinez suspended for HBP. A secretive Pentagon program that started on Trump's last day in office just ended, the mystery has not. Lance cleared for 49ers opener, Decker sidelined for Lions. The following headlines are from MercuryNews.com. CDC, unvaccinated are 11 times more likely to die of COVID. Man killed by Gilroy police was suspect in recent shooting. After mass shooting, VTA finally opens Blue Line light rail to Santa Teresa. Shailene Woodley's not pregnant, y'all need to chill. Belt's big day overshadows Bryant's return, SF Giants have 7th 5-game win streak of 21. Best Emergency Loans for Bad Credit Score 2021. Danville singer Sophie Pecora wins International Music Award. Best Instant Payday Loans, top same-day loans online with no credit check and instant approval. Kurtenbach, the 49ers will beat the Lions by 3 scores in Week 1, here's why. Police presence to increase in downtown Walnut Creek after weekend incidents. The next headlines are from the Washington Times. CBS new reality show The Activist who showcase political activists seeking online attention. Ayanna Pressley blames realtors' money for Democrats' inaction on evictions. Another murder hornet nest found in Northwest Washington. 930 Club plans to open exact replica of DC concert venue's former location. U.S. halts Afghan evacuation flights after measles outbreak. Trump's lawyer predicts better than 50-50 shot to win big tech lawsuits at Supreme Court. Muslim advocacy group decries guilt by association on 20th anniversary of 9/11 attacks. Biden didn't anticipate Republican resistance to vaccines developed under Trump. FDA official hopeful younger kids can get shots this year. GOP ties vulnerable Dems to Biden amid slipping poll numbers. The next headlines are from The Intercept. Rep. Lloyd Doggett dismisses Senate proposal to use veterans' rates for drug pricing reform. King Mansion. The most terrifying thing about 9/11 was America's response. Rep. Pramila Jayapal leads Democrats in urging Biden to limit nuclear weapons. How post 9/11 visions of an imperiled homeland reshaped America. Their fathers were caught in the 9/11 dragnet. Guantanamo came to define their lives. New documents provide new evidence U.S.-funded gain-of-function research in Wuhan. The forever wars are coming home. Tech platform for emergency rental assistance hasn't hacked the problem, Chicagoans say. This is No Views, daily automated podcast news. You are hearing headlines for Friday, September 10, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from the Chicago Sun-Times. Bears notebook, Eddie Goldman doubtful for Rams game. High school football scores, Week 3. A new day and a new way in the Illinois House. COVID safety protocols abound as Pitchfork Music Festival 2021 gets underway. 9/11 is more than just a day to remember all of the victims of that awful day. Person attacked and killed in Pilsen. Chicago's construction set-aside program extended for 6 years with revised eligibility standards. Ex-Cub Chris Bryant gets lost, and then kind of loses it, in return to Wrigley Field. Delta's descent, weekly COVID-19 cases dip for first time since start of summer. Khalil Mack, extra juice to face off against Rams Aaron Donald, Jalen Ramsey. You are hearing today's news headlines. These headlines are for Friday, September 10, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from the Houston Press. No more temperature checks at HISD. Daily gather this fall, turkey leg hut in Coog's house. Things to do, the best things to eat and drink in Houston this weekend. New look Texans launch 2021 season against Jacksonville. Best of Houston 2021, best hot dog. Preview, My Fair Lady Viaducts at the Hobby Center. Best of Houston 2021, best deep dish pizza. Best of Houston 2021, Best Ice House. Best of Houston 2021, Best Sporting Goods Store. Best of Houston 2021, Community Orchestra. The next headlines are about world records making news. These are the videos you're going to want to watch from this week. WXI The Triad. EV truck sets range record driving 682.88 miles/1099 kilometers inside EVs. Potential world record catfish landed in Connecticut, field and stream. World's longest basketball game tops 120 hours in New York, UPI News. Image of the day, Australian man sets world record for longest plank, India Today. This Army combat medic has broken yet another Paralympic world record, task and purpose. Indian girl creates world record for fastest limbo skating under 10 bars, watch video, Republic World. Brian E. Terry gets unofficial world record with 589.7 pounds deadlift, fitnessvault.com. Running world record attempt to kick off in Liverpool, in your area. Poker player on the brink of breaking Twitch world record and a staggering $2.50 laudable. The next headlines are from Gizmodo. Twitch takes its trolls to court. As trial for Backpage's founders begins, their free speech defense is flailing. Google reportedly shortchanged temps around the globe, potentially costing them $100 million in wages. This week's toy news is starting spooky season early. You may have to get a COVID-19 vaccine to fly. Perseverance core 2 Martian rocks that may be volcanic and shaped by water. I did not care for Mr. E-Man then, and now I hate it. Samus is jacking up speaker prices. After Hurricane Ida, the map of Louisiana may never look the same again. A rare, flesh-eating infection has killed 8 people in Florida this year. What place in the world had the hottest and coolest temperatures today? According to ElDoradoWeather.com, the hottest place on Earth in the past 24 hours was Awaz in Iran at 113.54 degrees Fahrenheit or 45.3 degrees Celsius. The coldest recorded weather temperature on Earth in the past 24 hours was Concordia in Antarctica at minus 92.92 degrees Fahrenheit or minus 69.4 degrees Celsius. The following headlines are from Ars Technica. Your standard SSD might work as an Xbox storage expansion. House bill would eliminate natural gas, impose sweeping changes on economy. Texas law could force social media to host misinformation and hate speech. Further testing shows new PS5 smaller, lighter heatsink keeps console cooler. Major win for Epic Games, Apple has 90 days to open up App Store payments. Ivermectin overdose death probed in NM, I don't want more people to die. SpaceX calls Amazon's protest of Starlink plan an irrelevant diatribe. Google.com dark mode is rolling out to everyone. Amazon fights high warehouse turnover with offer of free college tuition. Rocket report, next Falcon Heavy launch date set, Soyuz 5 engines clear tests. The following headlines are from Raw Story. Arizona mystery, did the cyber ninjas botch another 2020 presidential recount attempt? Judge refuses to release QAnon shaman to St. Louis ahead of sentencing. These editorial cartoons document how America went insane after 9/11 attacks. Last U.S. drone strike in Afghanistan killed a U.S. allied aid worker, not an ISIS suicide bomber, report. 9/11 brought Americans together, why is the pandemic tearing them apart? This is nonsense, CNN fact-checker shreds viral video claiming U.S. soldiers will quit en masse due to vax mandates. Ohio GOP Senate candidate meltdown after Anti-Defamation League slams linking vax mandates to Nazi Gestapo. Anger is the only reasonable response to COVID obstructionists. Pence breaks silence to slam Biden over COVID vaccine mandates. Striking chart shows it's impossible to not link voting patterns with COVID deaths, reporter. The next headlines are from Mother Jones. New poll shows California voters want to keep Governor Gavin Newsom. Take a minute for 40 things that have actually gotten better. Biden criticizes GOP governors for being so cavalier about COVID-19. Hurricane Ida left a huge water crisis in its wake. Inside the wild, Twitter-fueled race to airlift dogs from Afghanistan. It's not too late to learn the lessons we didn't learn from 9/11. FBI seizes Oathkeeper lawyer's phone in seditious conspiracy investigation. Justice Department launches lawsuit to fight Texas abortion ban. Artists in Louisiana mobilize on Instagram for on-the-ground hurricane relief. The fight over the Ground Zero Mosque was a grim preview of the Trump era. The next items are today's top search results for Bigfoot. The Pacific Northwest has the most sightings of Bigfoot, so here's where to go squatching, the travel. The next items are today's top search results for extraterrestrial life. New series Idle Chat to premiere on Retro TV and the Family Channel, Yahoo Finance. California's Dixie Fire roars back to life, threatens new communities, SF Gate. Antenna searching for ET threatened by wildfire, SETI Institute. New estimate makes groundwater, not ice sheets, largest water reservoir on land, FIS.org. Academy Movie Museum, where you'll meet R2, D2, ET, more, Los Angeles Times. 10 things in tech you need to know today, Thursday, September 9th, Business Insider. The following items are today's top search results for the term neural plasticity. Increasing and decreasing intraregional brain coupling increases and decreases oscillatory activity in the human brain, pnas.org. NervGen Pharma announces results of annual general meeting of shareholders, Stockhouse. Comparative Genomics provides insights into the aquatic adaptations of mammals, pnas.org. The next items are the top results for news about longevity and immortality. Top 10 best medicinal mushroom supplements to buy in 2021, Kenai Peninsula Online. Solving the problem of death, 150 seems to be an outer limit, and here's why, Genetic Literacy Project. Join us at a global event, Increasing Healthy Longevity, Longevity Live, Longevity Live. Jeff Bezos funding Silicon Valley tech firm to make him immortal, Jizbit. We are nearing the end of this broadcast. This report is for Friday, September 10th, 2021 in the GMT time zone. What cities are in that time zone? Well, Reykjavik, Iceland, for one. You might wonder if our server is in Reykjavik. It could be. That's it for now. Thanks for enjoying today's newsfeed headlines. This, indeed, has been a No Views, daily automated podcast newscast for Friday, September 10th, 2021. Bookmark us and tune in each day to our free automated podcast to find out what's going on, around, and, sometimes, light years, beyond the Earth. Fair use statement. News i8 is a US-based educational not-for-profit news site. We use only parts of content, in transformative ways and without market usurpation. This means you are still going to want to read the original if you are interested in it beyond the headline and any comments we make. We provide links to original sources wherever possible. If you have any copyright concern, please contact us via our About page for immediate remedy. Contact us, Zeno at XENOMAILS 2021 by News i8. All rights reserved.